artists. Today we are going to complete our Wild Thing artwork. You are going to need some scissors. You're going to need a glue stick or a glue bottle. Either one will work. You're gonna need your Wild Thing artwork that you drew last time. And you're going to need a bunch of sheets of paper. A tan piece, a brown piece of construction paper, a dark green piece, and a light green piece. 4 pieces of different colored construction paper. Remember, when you go to cut, your thumb goes in the tiny hole and your fingers go in the larger hole. You could put 3 fingers in there or 2, whichever works best. And then open, shut them, using those muscles in your hand. The first thing that you are going to do today is we are going to cut out our Wild Thing. You might need a parent's help with this, but when you cut, you do not have to cut it perfectly. You don't have to get on top of your lines. You could just cut him out roughly around the outside of your drawing. Now that I have my Wild Thing cut out, I am going to create a background for him to live in. Our landscape is going to be filled with trees and leaves, because that is where wild things would live, somewhere out in nature. First, you're going to take your brown piece of paper and you are going to cut straight lines up your paper. You can cut as many straight lines as you would like. Our goal is to make trees. So you're cutting the tree trunk out of your brown paper. If you want 3 trees, cut 3 trunks. If you want 2 trees, just cut 2 trunks. I am just going to cut 2 tree trunks. And then I am going to start to cut some leaves out of my green paper. You might want to draw your leaves out in pencil first. A leaf is kind of like a curved line and a curved line put together. You could make it a little bit pointier if you would like. Don't make it too tiny like that, because that would be hard to cut. Make it about the size of maybe a tennis ball. And then go ahead and cut your leaves out. I would say have at least 5 leaves. 5 leaves for the tops of your trees. Now I've cut my leaves and my tree trunks. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tan paper and my green paper and I'm going to kind of lay them on top of each other. I'll show you what I mean. I kind of need to slide these trees out of the way first. So you're going to overlap your tan paper and your green paper a little bit. We're gonna put the tan at the bottom like it's dirt and the green at the top for the back of our forest. So I put down a little bit of glue and then I'm gonna lay my green paper on top of that glue, lining it up at the edges so that they are even. Then I'm gonna press down that glue so that green paper sticks. Now I'm gonna build my trees. My tree's gonna come down all the way to the bottom of the tan paper. And I'm gonna put another one over on this side. If you have a 3rd tree, you could put it in the middle. And now that I know where I want them to go, I'm gonna pick it up, put down some glue, just like we did in our collage artwork. You don't want too much glue. Pick that up and press it down. If it slides around a little bit, it doesn't need more glue. It just needs time to dry. I'm gonna pick up my other tree, put down some glue, and stick this other tree down right at the bottom of the paper. Now you're going to put the leaves on the top of your tree. It's okay if they hang off the paper a little bit. I think that looks great. I'm gonna pick these up, put down a dot of glue, and stick them down. All right, the last thing I have to add to my Wild Thing artwork is my Wild Thing. I'm gonna stick him right in the middle of this artwork. You could have him touching the bottom. You could have him up standing on the ground a little bit higher if you like. That's up to you. I think I want my Wild Thing right at the bottom. Since our Wild Thing is kind of a funky shape, we might need to flip that over and put glue around the outside of him. I'm running a line of glue all around the outside edges. I don't really need any glue in the middle. I just need glue around the outside. I'm gonna pick him up very carefully because he's sticky and stick him down right in the middle of my artwork. I have created a beautiful Wild Thing collage using some construction paper and my Wild Thing. Here he is. I hope you enjoy creating your Wild Thing artwork. I can't wait to see what you create. Have fun!